Hello, this is Lacquerography, and this is my wish list for Polish Pickup May 2026. The theme this month is Vending Machine Snacks. I've already gone ahead and made a preliminary first impressions wish list, and right now there are 20 incredible items that are catching my eye this month. Now, I am getting a late start this month. It was an incredibly busy last couple of weeks, so the shop is actually already open. The shop opened on Friday, May the 1st, and today is Saturday, May the 2nd. So we'll take a look at the items in my wish list. We'll see what's still remaining. Some of these items may be sold out at this point. Let's dive right in and take a look at the 20 items that are catching my eye this month. The first item on my wish list is by Beau Rev Lacquer, and this one is called Fave Reds. This polish was inspired by Starburst Fave Reds. This polish is a thermal that is bright neon red when cool and goes to a very light pink when warm, filled with color-shifting iridescent flakes. Resting color is a bright medium pink. For me, it was the brightness, the cheerfulness, and all the summer vibes that were grabbing my attention. When I saw this polish and saw that it was a thermal, I've never seen a thermal quite with this range of shifts. This pink and red, this brightness, and then as well with those flakies within it, I've never seen anything quite like this. After an incredibly long winter, and actually today is May 2nd, there were even some snowflakes falling from the sky for me today in my area. I'm a Canadian, so that's kind of a reality here. I've been craving all the bright colors. I've been craving the colors of flowers, warmth, heat, all these things. And so this polish was just calling to me. Now, something I have to think about a little bit is that thermals don't last forever in terms of that thermal property, the color shifting property. So if I'm taking a look at this polish and I'm looking at the pink with the flakies, also the red with the flakies, I think I like both states quite well, but I think what's really got me right now is the magic of these shifts. Although this polish is incredibly beautiful, it's so cheerful and inviting, I can't necessarily say at this point that this one is one of my top picks this month. It is remaining on my wish list because I'm so intrigued by the unique factor of this one. I have nothing like this one in my collection. I don't have too many thermals in my collection that are a bright to a bright shift. A lot of mine are like a bright to a dark shift. So this one is so truly unique. So we'll see how my wish list ends up by the end of this video to see if this polish hangs in on my wish list. But I have to give Beau Rev Lacquer kudos for unique factor here. I think this polish is beautiful. This brightly colored thermal is by Beau Rev Lacquer, Fave Reds. This next polish up is by Bee's Knees Lacquer, and this one is called Nuka-Cola Quantum, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. Inspired by Fallout, this is a chocolate brown base with red shimmer, glowy blue to purple multi-chrome magnetic shimmer, and a scattering of blue light reflective glitter. There's a note here saying, because of the glitter, this will have a thicker formula. Now, it is also noted here that there is a cap of 500. What that means is that this maker, Bee's Knees Lacquer, is committing to creating 500 of these polishes, and then after that, this polish is considered sold out. So in this case, there is a limit to the number that the maker can produce. At the time of filming, though, this polish appears to be still available. This button is still active, so that's pretty good. A full day into the shop opening, and this polish is still available, so that's a great thing for me. Bee's Knees Lacquer is a favorite brand of mine. It seems like no matter what polish color, what polish finish of theirs I pick up, it applies like a dream. So that, paired with the look of this polish, this really interesting chocolate brown base with the shimmer, it's a red shimmer, a warm shimmer, and then a glowy blue to purple multi-chrome magnetic shimmer, and there's light reflective glitter in here too. You can sort of see the extra sparkle that's happening here in this photo collage, both on the swatcher's nails as well as in the actual bottle shots here too. I don't know, it's just everything about this polish is so beautiful to me. I always love contrasts of warm and cool, and this one has that. It's got that warmth of the chocolate brown base, the red shimmer, and then it's got the coolness of the blue and purple aspects. And I would love to see this one twinkle with the addition of that blue light reflective glitter in there. I would love to see it twinkle in natural light. I think the reflective glitter paired with that shimmer, and then it's the magnetic effect as well. Like, this polish, I think, really would be a showstopper in any kind of lighting, but especially natural sunlight. This one is, at this point, a stronger contender on my wish list. Colors like this that have brown and blue, I find that I'm drawn to blues any time of year, and very often browns as well. There is something about this polish, though, as a elementary school teacher, it makes me think of back to school. Such a weird thought, because this is for the May polish pickup shop, but there's always something about that combination of like a denim blue and then the brown, kind of like copper rivets. I don't know, it reminds me of back to school, and it's a colorway that I'm always drawn to. I think it's quite special, and I could see myself wearing this a lot in the fall, but not exclusively in the fall. I think this one would be a fun one year round too, especially with the way this one would play in different light. This one is definitely a strong contender on my wish list, and I would love it to come home with me. This beautiful magnetic with the reflective glitter is by Bee's Knees Lacquer, Nuka Cola Quantum. This next polish on my wish list is by Bluebird Lacquer, and this one is called Vending the Rules. Inspired by Cheez-Its, this is a toasted cheesy orange with a subtle yellow shift and a salty, sparkly hollow magnetic. There is a cap listed for this polish as well, and here it says the cap is 450. So what that means is that in this case, the maker, Bee's Knees Lacquer, is committing to creating 450 of these polishes, and then after that, this one may be sold out. And again, here at the time of filming, this one appears to still be available. This add to cart button is still active. I love the color orange. It is one of my favorite colors in life, and I find that orange polishes are not always the most popular. So anytime I see an orange polish being offered through Polish Pickup, I have to give it a closer look. This one looks so bright and sparkly. It often strikes me that oranges tend to lean a lot more fall in a lot of cases. For me in Canada, orange always reminds me of October, changing leaves, that kind of thing. And very often a lot of orange polishes that are produced have that kind of a fall vibe. But for me, this one, with all that shift and sparkle, I think that this one would be wonderful also in spring and summer. My nail polish collection has grown rather rapidly in the last couple of years, and I always have to consider how versatile a polish will be in my collection. Wearing it just for one season, that's all right if I really love a polish, but if I can see a polish having more versatility than just being for one season or one particular occasion, that's a good thing for me. And I can see this one as being a spring, summer, fall kind of wear. I really can. Oh, that glow, that sparkle is really something. And I love here, you can really see on this swatcher, it's Caitlin Swatches here on YouTube as well. You can really see on this swatcher's ring finger, you can see that kind of cat eye effect happening for the magnetic effect. And it's got a really lovely look. It doesn't seem to my eye to be a very strong magnetic effect, but it's enough that it seems to create that kind of interesting depth and dimensionality that you can't really get without that type of magnetic effect. I like this one quite a lot. And being an orange lover, this one's definitely staying on my wish list. Again, we'll see how the rest of my wish list goes, but I don't have that many orange nail polishes considering I love the color orange so much in life. I love wearing orange, especially in clothing. I find it such a cheerful, happy color, but also one that's often quite unexpected. So this was another strong contender. We'll see how my wish list goes. This sparkly orange polish is by Bluebird Lacquer, Vending the Rules. This next polish up is by Broken Pixel Polish, and this one is called What the Funyun. This polish was inspired by the Funyuns bag. This one has a bright yellow base with an electric green shimmer, and it was inspired again, it says, by the Funyuns bag. This one is another polish with a cap. There are only 400 of these being made available this month. And again, luckily for me, one day in, this one does appear to still be available. Yellow is another polish color that is a lot more rare. Yellow to me is such an underrated nail polish color. I love wearing yellow nail polish, and actually that love is only a few years old for me. I love the way that in any kind of season it brings sunshine to the nails. It's such an optimistic color, and I find invariably it gets noticed. People tend to compliment it, and for me it just brings me such happiness. So much like I said earlier with the orange polishes, anytime I see a yellow offered, I always take a closer look. This one's beautiful. Now I hesitate a little bit because I think I have a couple of yellow polishes that are shimmer polishes that might be similar enough. I do have Mooncat's Demeter's Harvest. That one I believe has been discontinued though. So if that's a polish that you've noticed before and you didn't get your hands on, this one might be a pretty interesting substitute for that polish. But I do love the shimmer that's running throughout this one. You can see that the addition of the green, it's a really nice analogous look. You've got the bright, cheery warmth of the yellow, a little bit of an edge from that green, analogous colored shimmer. This polish is happy and inviting. This polish does appear to have a little bit of sheerness to it. I can see the swatcher's visible nail line through the nail polish a little bit. Really, that's not that uncommon for a yellow nail polish. Very often you do need to apply perhaps 3 coats to get the kind of coverage that you'd like. For me, visible nail line is not a problem at all. I kind of enjoy a little bit of a sheer or translucent look to nail polish. So for me, that's neither here nor there for this polish. I do love the color. I think it's bright and happy and optimistic. I will have to dive into my own collection though, just to see how this one compares to Demeter's Harvest. If it's close, if it's got a similar type of shimmer running through it, I'm probably going to pass this one up. As I said, my polish collection has grown rather rapidly across the last couple of years, and I really don't want to dupe myself. And my wish list is large enough with 20 items that are catching my eye right now that I do have to make significant cuts. This one is so happy though. I mean, it's just leaving me smiling. This luminous yellow polish is by Broken Pixel Polish. What the Funyun. This next polish up is by Cadillacer, and this one is called Sea Smoke. This polish was inspired by Sea Smoke from House of the Dragon. This one is described as being a deep brownish red when cold to a grayish lilac when warm thermal, with red, orange, yellow iridescent flakes. Now this polish, you may be thinking this one doesn't sound much like Vending Machine Snacks. This is a polish that was intended to have been released a month or 2 ago. And unfortunately, the maker of Cadillacer needed to withdraw the polish because of an unexpected setback that had her unable to produce the polish that month. So luckily, Polish Pickup is offering this polish that unfortunately got cut from this shop a couple of months ago. I was thrilled to see this one offered again because at the time, this one was my top pick in the month that it was originally being offered. So this one remains a polish that I am absolutely sure will be added to my shopping cart. Luckily, I'm seeing too, there is no availability cap for this one. So let's talk about how great this polish is. Firstly, this one is obviously a thermal. Now, unlike that earlier polish that I was talking about, the pink and red thermal by Beau Rêve Lacquer, I love the haunting nature of this polish in all of its states. And I realize that thermals, they will eventually lose their changing effect and will get stuck in one state or the other. I love both of these states, and I can't actually decide which one I like best. The contrast of that incredibly deep brownish red with those fiery flakes is really quite striking, but I also love the smoky mystery. I might even like that more actually, of that kind of gray with the fiery flaming flakes. That contrast to me is so beautiful. That smoke effect, I think that one might be my favorite, but I really love both. And the way this one transitions, to me it's magic on the nails. I find myself kind of getting lost here in this effect. I love the way these flakies are kind of layering up on one another. They're really bold, but smoldering as well. They've got that lovely flame effect and that base color. And I find the base colors, both the chocolatey brown as well as the gray, it's really flattering on every swatcher. Because I was so excited to see this polish appear on this month's Polish Pickup website, I know that this one is an incredibly safe bet for me to add to my cart. This one would become quite a favorite in my collection. Unlike some of the other polishes where I've only had a week or two to fall in love with them, seeing some of the maker's spoilers, this one I've been sitting with in my mind for a couple of months now. And I can't wait for this one to arrive at my home. This one still remains one of my top picks, and it will be added to my shopping cart. This magical, mysterious thermal is by Cadillacer Sea Smoke. This next polish up is by Clionadh Cosmetics, and this one is called Mochi Machine. Mochi Machine is a sparkling companion to their best-selling nail lacquer, Psilocybin. This magnetic polish features all the colors of the rainbow with a pink, peach, yellow shifting magnetic microflake that pulls to reveal a green, indigo, violet shifting shimmer with a hint of holographic sparkle. Inspired by the colorful vending machine culture in Japan, specifically with mochi, which comes in all colors and flavors. And luckily, there is no availability cap for this polish. Clionadh Cosmetics is a Canadian brand that is reasonably local to me in my province of Ontario, Canada. And I have made many purchases from Clionadh Cosmetics, not just through collaboration websites like Polish Pickup, but I've also shopped frequently through Clionadh Cosmetics' own website. And I do own that iconic signature nail polish of theirs, Psilocybin. It is this incredible magnetic polish that really does shift like every shade of the rainbow. This polish seems to be quite a similar one in the sense that you're seeing every possible color here. I love this close-up shot here in the bottom right. You can really see that rainbow of color appearing on the nail. Really striking. This is a polish where when I click through all of these different swatch photos, I'm loving every single swatch photo, but I'm also marveling at how chameleon-like this polish is. It seems like, here you can see like on every finger, it looks quite different. I do realize that Caitlin swatches typically swatches magnetic polishes with her index and ring finger done in the cat eye magnetic effect. And then typically the middle finger is done in the velvet effect, and typically the pinky finger is left unmagnetized. You can really see the wide-ranging color variation that you get no matter what magnetic treatment or non-magnetic treatment here too you give this polish. It's really something. I love the golden shimmer that you're getting as well from the swatcher's background hand there. That would be the swatcher's right hand. With that extra blur there, with it being not in the foreground, you can really see the impact of that sparkle and the shift. What a great shot. I view this polish as being seasonless as well. There's such a magic to it. I think that you'd sort of have to see how it looks on your own nails, how it plays in natural light, to see how it really fits. This is so unique, so special, and this one for me is another top pick of mine. I love Psilocybin, and I would love to have this one in my collection as well. Talking about the incredible Psilocybin, it's actually making me think that I should probably dive into my rather extensive Clionadh Cosmetics collection and maybe start producing some videos of the various Clionadh Cosmetics mini collections that they've released, maybe even starting with Psilocybin and some of the related polishes that they've released through their own web shop. But yeah, this one I'm sure would be every bit as magical and is a very sure pick for me this month. This beautiful rainbowy magnetic polish is by Clionadh Cosmetics, Mochi Machine. This next polish up is by Colores de Carol, and this one is called Sip Happens. Sip Happens is inspired by Diet Coke. This one is a full coverage silver holographic glitter with silver reflective glitter, red hollow micro shreds and red metallic shreds. And luckily, there is no availability cap for this one. This polish was an immediate add to wish list for me for 2 reasons. First of all, it was this sparkle. The moment I saw it on the landing page, I clicked in and I actually immediately added it to my wish list. I thought I don't want to forget that I saw this polish because the sparkle that I'm seeing in these swatch photos is really quite unbelievable. I could only imagine what it must look like in real life, like sparkle for days. Then once I clicked in and I added this to my wish list, I immediately saw that this one was inspired by Diet Coke, and it solidified the fact that I think that this polish is genius. It looks to me exactly like the Diet Coke cans that I know. I'm not a big Diet Coke drinker. I actually don't drink a whole lot of soft drinks or sodas, but I can appreciate incredible artistry when I see it. I think this one is just such a beautiful, artful interpretation of Diet Coke. This is so excellent. And for all these reasons, this one is probably another strong contender on my wish list. Maybe not quite a top pick, but such a strong contender. I can see myself wearing this polish in the summertime, taking advantage of that beautiful sparkle. I can also see myself wearing this polish anytime I want a bit of bling, especially maybe around winter holiday season. I could see this one being a really interesting holiday pick in my collection. A little bit unexpected, but also not at all because it's so blingy and sparkly. I think this one is so exciting for all the reasons. That sparkle, the artistry, it is such a cool way to interpret Diet Coke. Anyway, I can't say enough about this one. I'm really quite excited about it. And actually, for how excited I am, maybe this one actually is one of my top picks. I'm really loving this one. I think this one's genius. The sparkly, glittery, rainbowy polish is by Coloris de Carol, Sip Happens. This next polish up is by Garden Path Lacquers, and this one is called Fifth Period Fizzy Fix. Garden Path Lacquers is taking it back to 2001 for May, when I was in high school and could survive off a Dr. Pepper and an oatmeal cream pie from the school vending machines for lunch every day. This one is described as being a burgundy jelly base filled with fuchsia holographic microglitter, magenta red bronze shifting multichrome pigment, and hollow microflakes. And luckily there's no listed availability cap for this polish. Garden Path Lacquers is another longtime favorite brand of mine that I tend to click into no matter what the polish looks like. It was first of all the brand for me for this one. There's something about the consistency and the variety that you get with this brand. I find their quality is so consistent and so successful for me that I almost always love whatever I get from them. But when I clicked in to see the description here and saw that it was a Dr. Pepper inspired polish, it made me laugh. So we were not a soda family. Actually, I should say my mom was not a soda mom when I was growing up. My dad was. My dad was allowed to drink all the pop and soda, whatever, that his heart desired. But it was funny. My sister and I were sort of raised as like no sugar kind of kids. And then I don't remember what the circumstance was, but I can remember my sister and I thought that, I don't know, we were kind of like, where's our real mom? When one day she came home with a case of Dr. Pepper, and it's because she wanted some. And of course we got to have some too. I think it was Diet Dr. Pepper or whatever at the time. So in a way, I think this was the first soda I ever had growing up at home. And I was significantly older too. I was probably like 10 or 11 or something like that. Because I remember my sister and I loved Dr. Pepper. It was because it was this like banned substance in my household. And we just fell in love with it. Both of us to this day, we both really like Dr. Pepper. I don't tend to buy soda at all. If anything, I have just carbonated water sometimes when I want something a little bit different. But yeah, there's just something about Dr. Pepper, and I don't know, there is that really unique flavor, almost a little tiny bit of like a savory punch to it that's unique in the soda world. But I can absolutely see the inspiration here on these nails. That kind of maroon burgundy color really echoes the can color, and then this sparkle also echoes what the silver that you see on the can, but also to me it kind of echoes the effervescence of the soda as well. Lots of sparkly polishes I'm finding for the ones that are inspired by various sodas. And this one does get some bonus points for me too, because it's got that like emotional, like just memory associated with it from my past. It's such a funny one. Like I'll have to ask my mom this weekend when I see her, like, what was that about? Do you even remember that? Like she probably won't even really remember it. But I think it's because of that. My sister and I have this really unusual love for Dr. Pepper because of that, like, what is the soda doing in our house? Why are we allowed to have it? I remember thinking, where's my real mother? So anyway, here we go. I love this polish. I think it's a beautiful one. I also love Garden Path Lacquer's quality, so I know that will make it a safe bet for me. This one is another very strong contender on my wish list this month. This Dr. Pepper inspired polish is by Garden Path Lacquer's 5th Period Fizzy Fix. This next polish up is by Glam Polish, and this one is called Sprinkles Forever. The description for this polish lists that this one is inspired by Sprinkles Cupcake ATM. This polish is a light pink crelly with rainbow glitter mix, shifting iridescent flakies, and aurora shimmer. And this one says that it has a cap of only 250. And I'm actually astounded right now that this one is listed, I think, perhaps as still available. It appears that this button is still active. It's not listed as sold out or anything like that. That amazes me with a cap this small, because I think this one is one of my top picks this month. I am not always one that loves a glitter crelly. I do like them. Usually at the time when I put them on, I'm really excited about them. And then when it comes time for me to take them off, that's when my love for glitter crellies tends to end. There is a little bit more of a commitment to removing them. It just takes a little bit more time, a little bit more soaking, just to make sure that you can remove all the glitter fully without damaging your nail plate. And it's kind of a ridiculous reason, because I could use a peel-off base coat. I just find that I always want my nail polish to last as long as possible on my nails in case I want to go several days with the same manicure on. So, I mean, that's just a me issue. But back to this polish and why this one is, I think, one of my very top picks this month. This one is so happy. This one looks like the sprinkle cupcake of my dreams. This is the perfect light pink frosting color. It's got this rainbow of cheerful, magical glitters. This one to me just screams every birthday party ever. Like every birthday, wear this. Like, I don't know. It's just, this is so much fun. It is quintessentially cupcake. I really love this one. I have nothing in my collection quite like this. I have a couple of rainbow glitter crellies that are in a white base, but I have nothing like this one where it's in that perfect frosting pink base. This one is so cute and cheerful and festive in all those birthday ways. I really like this one, and this one would be very unique in my collection. I'm really excited about this one, and I hope that I can place my order soon so that I can secure this polish. This beautiful, cheerful, cupcake-inspired polish is by Glam Polish Sprinkles Forever. This next polish up is by Jen and Berries, and this one is called Nerd Alert. This polish was inspired by Very Berry Nerds Gummy Clusters. This polish has a sky blue neon jelly base with pink, orange, gold, and green aqua blue shifting crystal flakes and scattered blue holographic micro glitter. It says if you have a very strong visible nail line and dislike seeing it, a blurring base coat is recommended. And it's listed here that this one has a cap of 500. And again, well, I don't know, maybe that's not the way to tell. Maybe it's not just seeing if this button seems active. It's not listed as sold out. I don't know. I'm guessing that this one is also still available. So some of these polishes on my wish list with availability caps are still available. There's still hope for me. I'm really excited about that. So this polish for me this month is another top pick. The moment I saw this polish and its name, it was an immediate add to wish list. I love this base color, this lovely like sky blue jelly base with these flakies. But I think what's really just pushing it over the edge for me, because I know that I do have a couple of other blue flaky polishes, it's the addition of these amazing little micro glitters that are in this polish. It would give that kind of twinkle, and it's got that extra level of interest. I love everything about this polish. I think this one is another one that is truly unique to anything in my collection. Another reason why I've added this one to my wish list in such an immediate way, and why it's another top pick of mine, is actually these nerd clusters, these very, very nerds gummy clusters. I've actually never bought them before, but of all things, every summer in my area in Ontario, Canada, actually in the city of Toronto, there is an annual Canadian National Exhibition. It's a huge fair that goes on for about 2 weeks. It's a little bit over 2 weeks. And it always sort of signifies like the end of the summer, because the Canadian National Exhibition always ends on Labor Day weekend, which is the first Monday in September. And the day right after the ending of the fair always is the first day back at school in my area as well. So the last couple of years when I've gone to this Canadian National Exhibition, the last 2 years, they've been giving out free samples again at the Canadian National Exhibition. And in the last 2 years, one of the free samples that they'd give out on the fairgrounds were these little tiny mini packs of Nerds gummy clusters. And they're at various points within the park. So I can remember this past year, my sister and I had probably 6 or 7 of these free samples, because we just kept running into people at various points in the park, handing them out. And they were so good. It was such a treat to have these. And I've never purchased them, but I mean, this one does bring back all those memories of the end of summer and the Canadian National Exhibition, and just fun times with my sister and our friends, and hanging out, watching free concerts, and munching on these free sample Nerds gummy clusters. So, I mean, so many funny memories here, but ultimately, I love this polish. I think it's so cute and fresh. This one to me, I think would be something I'd be drawn to in spring. It's reminding me of lovely blue skies. It's got that lightness as well that makes me think of, not pastel, but it's got that lightness that I tend to think of in springtime, but also in the summer. This one's so fun, but also maybe even in the wintertime. Like, there's something about the blue, the flakies. It's got a bit of that iciness, but it's also really bright and cheerful. I don't know, I really like this one. I love the originality of it. It is a great spot-on interpretation of the Very Berry Nerds gummy clusters. And with all of that, it brings so many just sentimental memories and things like that to me. So this one is another top pick of mine. This fun sky blue flaky polish with those tiny little micro glitters running through it. This one is by Jen & Barry's Nerd Alert. This next polish up is by KB Shimmer, and this one is called Too Hot to Handle. Bear with me, I love the KB Shimmer descriptions. I find them so vividly descriptive, so I'm just going to read the whole thing. It's just a thing that I love. It gives me a lot of pleasure to read these through, so I'm going to read it. Skip ahead a minute if you don't want to hear me read it out loud. When reaching for a snack, some like a sweet treat, while others crave something salty. For those who prefer something a little too hot to handle instead, that's when those flaming red-orange hot cheese snacks come into play. If you're craving crunchy, cheesy, and spicy goodness, and all that signature Cheetle all over your fingers, only one iconic snack will do, and it burns so good. Too Hot to Handle is a boldly colored orange-red jelly nail polish, loaded with gold to orange flakes. This polish is flaming hot. We love the coverage in 2 coats, but adding a third will amplify the flakes, offering a look so close to the real thing, you'll be tempted to take a bite. And luckily, there is no availability cap for this one. This is a snack that I've never tried, but I love the fact that the swatcher here has included the snack as the background. I think that's so genius. And what a spot-on color match. I have the feeling though that if I ever tried this snack, I would fall in love with it too. I love spicy things. Spicy foods are fantastic for me. They're always the right choice. Anything cheesy as well works for me too. So I think this one would be a snack that I'd be all over. But let's talk about this polish. So I mentioned earlier with the Bluebird lacquer, orange polishes are something that I always have my eye out for. And I'm loving the fact that there are two really cool ones here that are making my wish list. And they're both uniquely different from one another. This one, I'm loving the sparkle from these flakes. And I think that's something that makes this one quite a wonderful not just fall polish, but also summer polish, is the way this polish is such a perfect red orange. Like it really does have that strong reddish aspect to it. This one makes me think so much too of just summer heat. I would love to wear this polish in the summertime. I would love to see it catch the sunlight, like those hot, hot summer days. I think this one would be just the right pick. I'm also really excited about the fact that with these two orangey polishes on my wish list, they are quite different from one another, and I think completely different from anything I have in my collection as well. I might even see myself getting both of these this month. As an orange lover in general, I love wearing orange, especially in clothing, but I know that I would love this polish quite a bit. I think I would have a hard time choosing between the two. This one is a really strong pick for me this month. I'm loving the heat, I'm loving the spice, and I'm really loving the sparkle from these flakies. This wonderful hot red-orange polish with flakies. This one is by KB Shimmer, Too Hot to Handle. This next polish up is by Lurid Lacquer, and this one is called Chocolate Caramel Nougat Nuts. Chocolate Caramel Nougat Nuts features a deep blue crelly base with aurora shimmer that shifts from reddish orange to gold, inspired by my favorite criteria for a good vending machine snack. And there is a cap for this one of only 500. And again, this is where I'm like hesitating, and I may actually be wrong, but I mean, it still seems to be showing that this is available. That's pretty amazing. I know that Lurid Lacquer tends to be quite a popular brand, and blue, purple leaning polishes, they tend to be top sellers. So I really am surprised that a full day into the shop opening, this one still appears to be available. That is a great thing for my wish list. So I know I mentioned earlier that I always love a good contrast of cool and warm within one polish, and you're really getting that here. They've described this one as having a bluish base, and you've got the warmth of that reddish shimmer running through it. I always love that look. Time and time again, shimmer polishes tend to be my favorites that I pull in my collection. There's just something so easy about them, but yet stunningly beautiful. Indie polish makers really do them in a way that you can't get in a drugstore polish or anything like that. So shimmers, they've got that ease of just quick, simple application where it's just you swipe on and you go. You just need a regular top coat, and you don't need any sort of like glitter smoothing top coat to deal with texture. You swipe on and you go, and yet you get this beautiful effect from the shimmer. The combination that I'm seeing here is so beautiful and really inviting. That cool versus warm, it gets me every single time. And I can't necessarily say maybe that this one is a top pick for me. There's others where I look at them and I think, well, I can just see the artistry. It's got that emotional connection. This one isn't that for me. I mean, how weird is it that I'm talking about making my wish list based on emotional connection? But it's truly a factor for me. I just think this one is pretty. I think it's beautiful. I guess the one thing for me is I'll have to see how this one compares to others that I have in my collection that might be a blue-based polish with a warm shimmer, just to see how they compare. But this one certainly is beautiful. I know that I'd wear it often in my collection. Shimmers tend to be my go-tos when I need something in a pinch. It's a beautiful polish, what can I say? And it would come with Lurid Lacquer quality, which is always a standout. This beautiful blue-based shimmer polish is by Lurid Lacquer, Chocolate Caramel Nougat Nuts. This next polish up is by Linby Designs, and this one is called Cookie Crumbs. This polish is described as being a warm chocolate brown based polish filled with purple to pink to red shifting shimmer and ghostly gold magnetic pull, inspired by my favorite vending machine snack in high school, Grandma's cookies. And luckily there's no availability cap for this one. This one is such an interesting polish to me. I'm liking it in every single swatch photo that I'm seeing here, but it's fascinating to me how different it's really looking on these swatchers with these different maybe lighting effects as well as different magnetic effects. I'm really liking it in every picture, but there's something about, I'm going to say these bottom ones here, where it's got a little bit of that golden kind of brownish smokiness. Like there's a bit of a haze happening here. And it's really interesting. I can't exactly pinpoint what it is that I'm loving about it. It's maybe not quite as vibrant. I guess that's what it is. I think it's also really beautiful here with that sort of vibrant fuchsia being prominent. I love that color, like the fuchsia with the brown. Don't get me wrong, I love that too. But there's something so mysterious about this like browned smoky effect that I'm seeing. I'm really liking that a lot. Oh, and see, now I'm taking it all back. So seeing that fuchsia brilliance shine through, wow, is that ever a standout? Like that is a striking color. And against that brownish aspect, that's pretty show-stopping right there. Like that's amazing. I'm kind of taking it all back now. Maybe the fuchsia is what's really appealing to me. But I guess really a good sign is that I'm liking it every way it's shown on every swatcher. So that always means that a polish will be a safe bet for me to purchase. Well, it looks to my eye that we're seeing it here in both the cat eye style on the two rightmost fingers and then the leftmost finger. We're seeing it probably in a velvet effect. And either way, it is really striking. Now here we go with that interesting like brownish kind of smoky creamy effect. I can't even really describe what it is about that that's drawing me in. I think it's its uniqueness. I don't have anything like this and it's such a beautiful effect. To me it actually reminds me not so much of cookies. I don't really have a context for Grandma's cookies that the maker is talking about here. But what it's making me think of, I think, is like, I don't know, the look of like raspberry chocolate, like a raspberry chocolate mousse cake or something like that. Like it's got a beautiful color combination. I don't know, there's something about that moussey, smoky, hazy effect that's really drawing me in. Oh, and here it looks equally beautiful, but very different again. I mean, I think I can just safely say this polish is beautiful to me. It is striking. It is unique to anything I have in my collection. What I will have to see, though, is how my wish list shakes up. I can't necessarily say that this one's a very top pick of mine. I certainly like it a lot. But we'll see how my wish list goes. This one, I know I have quite a few top picks already. Because it's not right away sitting as a top pick for me, this one might get cut in the end. But I do love this one. That raspberry chocolate vibe to me is where it's at. This beautiful, interesting magnetic that seems to be a chameleon is by Lynn B Designs Cookie Crumbs. This next polish up is by Monarch Lacquer, and this one is called Cool Original. Cool Original is based on classic vending machine snack Cool Ranch Doritos. I took inspiration from the blue bag, but made it sparkly. Cool Original is a classic bold blue packed with blue and silver hollow glitter flake. The silver is blue due to the pigmented base coat, but the different colored glitters give it a multi-dimensional look. Does it get any better than sparkly and holographic? And actually I could say, no, I don't think it does get any better than sparkly and holographic. 2 easy coats to blingy blue nails, top coat suggested. Wow, these bright, brilliant kind of primary blues or cobalt blues, they are everything to me these days. And I'm finding that I'm drawn to blues like this one all 4 seasons of the year. For me, a no-brainer is summertime. I find that bright blues are just, they're so cool. They remind me of jumping into a gorgeous pool. To me, blues of all types remind me of fall and back to school and any kind of shade of denim jeans. Wow, this one would be a very vibrant, overdyed pair of jeans with that brilliant color. But oh yeah, this one absolutely is a color that I would be drawn to in the fall, in particular in September. I also love blues in the winter. No matter what the shade of blue, it reminds me of just cold, and that's always a wonderful thing. And there's something about blues in the springtime where in my part of the world, in Ontario, Canada, with the never-ending winters, I do love winter, but when you're just craving blue skies to come in the springtime, you crave them. Like it's really quite a thing. And blues for me are any season of the year polishes. So right there, this one would be versatile in my collection. But wow, the color, the sparkle, it says that this one is a 2-coat polish. That always appeals as well. This one looks incredibly opaque. This one really is, I think, another top pick of mine this month. This is such a flattering shade of blue. The sparkle is undeniable. And every single swatch photo I click into, I love this polish more and more. This one is so beautiful, and I think probably a shoe-in to end up in my shopping cart. Wow, and how beautiful is this blue against the lush greens in the background. I'm craving this in my area right now on the 2nd of May when we had a couple of snowflakes falling from the sky. Anyway, this gorgeous, vibrant blue, sparkly polish is by Monarch Lacquer Cool Original. This next polish up is by Night Owl Lacquer, and this one is called Pouch Pickle. This is a pickle green jelly filled with a variety of green holographic glitters, inspired by the vending machine Pickle in a Pouch, and there is no availability cap for this one. Now this is hilarious to me. Like, I clicked on this one because I'm a green lover. Green is actually my very favorite color in life. So when I saw that this was this really interesting kind of chunky glitter green, I immediately clicked in and added this one to my wish list. This one is a top pick of mine this month. But can I just go back and talk about the inspiration here? So Pickle in a Pouch. I'm a Canadian. I've mentioned that a few times already. I don't know that we had that here. Like, I don't know. Maybe if there's a Canadian out there, let me know if that's actually something that you've ever encountered in a Canadian vending machine. But I don't think I've ever seen a pickle in a pouch. So, like, I think when I'm done filming this, I'm going to have to, like, investigate a little bit and look for some Google images about what this actually looks like. I love pickles, but I can't actually imagine getting one from a vending machine. So this is kind of I can't actually get this out of my mind right now. It's pretty hilarious and like intriguing to me. Actually, I have a really lovely jar of pickles in my fridge right now, and even just talking about them makes me want to eat some pickles. But back to this polish. It's really just the beautiful look of this polish that has me choosing this as another top pick. I love the fact that this one is just this incredible, bright, kind of true green. I know there's no such thing as like a true green because a green is always a mix of blue and yellow in some variation. But this is such a lovely, lovely, vibrant green. And then the added sparkle in here with the holographic glitter. This is beautiful. I wear greens year round. I could see myself wearing a polish like this year round. The lush green is really making me think of summertime. I could really see this as being a lovely summer manicure for me. But in springtime, I crave every green polish that I own. Like, I swear, one spring, I'm sure that I'm going to go through a season of wearing nothing but greens, just willing all the green to pop out in the world after such a dull looking winter. It's so lush and inviting. But I could also see this as being a really lovely holiday pick for me. I could see myself wearing this one at Christmas time. This polish is super fun and sparkly. I love the layering that we're getting here. And that green jelly base is really effective. You can really see the layer upon layer of the holographic standing out there in that kind of pond effect with the green jelly base. Ooh, this is really quite beautiful. I'm finding that this green is a really versatile and flattering green as well. It's looking beautiful on all of the swatchers that I've seen here. Green, I know sometimes there can be a couple of green colors where, you know, it seems to look better on some skin tones rather than others. It's sometimes a case of like just finding your green. I find for me, because I love the color green, I just wear it regardless. It's not a problem for me. If it doesn't really flatter my skin tone really well, it's really not that big deal for me. This green is just absolutely beautiful. I could see it as being far more versatile in my collection than probably I could even imagine. And this one is another top pick of mine this month. This beautiful glittery green is by Night Owl Lacquer Pouch Pickle. This next polish up is by Pie Colors, and this one is called Starberry Sunrise. This is a pale pink nail polish with gold and orange satin shimmer, inspired by Starburst all pink strawberry flavored candies. There is an availability cap for this polish of only 300. When I saw these swatch photos, this was an immediate add to wish list because these photos are flawless. This looks like the most perfect pale pink. It's got a beautiful smooth looking formula. It's got a lovely shimmer, and the formula, like, it looks so good on all four of these swatchers in this collage. I mean, everything about this just looks flawless. It's flawless. So it was an immediate add to wish list. I wear polishes like this one all seasons of the year for any occasion. And for me, this is so appealing. My only hesitation with this one is my wish list is so enormous at this point. I don't know if it makes sense when there are so many really unique polishes that are catching my eye and that are calling me in. I'm shaking my head at myself right now. Even though I know I could use a polish like this one, I have other neutrals in my collection. Even though this one is stunningly beautiful, I just don't know that with a wish list this big, if I can really justify purchasing this one this month. Wow, even when it's this close up, like, you can just see how beautiful this color is, the effect of the shimmer. And I mean, I can see a couple of brush strokes, I think, here, but really not much. And actually, I have to say, streakiness in the sense of brush strokes isn't something that bothers me. I've always kind of liked pearly polishes, not that this is one of those, but the effect of brush strokes, I actually kind of like it. I keep my nails quite short, so I find that brush strokes actually add a little bit of an elongating feature to my nails that I really kind of like. So even if there are brush strokes with this one, which, I mean, I'm just really seeing it on this swatchers, I think that's the middle finger that I'm seeing there. Like, this polish is flawless. I love it. Oh, and there's that lovely warm shimmer. Like, it's beautiful. I do own other neutrals. Do I own any exactly like this? Well, I mean, it's hard to say. It's a beautiful pale pink. I don't know. Even though I love it, I can't necessarily say that it's one of my top picks, even though I would probably wear this polish absolutely more than any of the others that have made it onto my wish list. This polish would be so easy to wear. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, pinks with a shimmer are so common. I don't know that this one can actually stay on my wish list much longer. I'm so wistful about it though. Like, it's kind of eating me up a little bit. Wow. I mean, the more I look at it, the more I really want it. But I mean, it's staying on my wish list for now. I'm not taking anything off at this point, but I really do worry that just at this point, this one may not be quite unique enough, even though I'd wear it constantly, to really make the cut this time when there are so many unique standouts that I think are going to take priority for me. Oh, this one kills me. I love it. It is beautiful. If you're looking for a color like this, I would get this one. This is stunning. This beautiful pale pink shimmer is by Pie Colors, Starberry Sunrise. This next polish up is by Pinnacle Polish, and this one is called Won the Chip Lottery. I don't even really think I need to read the description of this one. I knew what it was the moment I saw this polish. Inspired by ranch flavored chips, this polish is a dense gold Aurora shimmer with red and green micro glitter in a clear base. There is a cap of only 250 for this one, and this polish is still available at this point. That's amazing. I'm really hoping that this kind of active looking button is actually indicative of whether or not a polish is available or not. It looks like I'm striking it lucky this month, and everything on my wish list is still available. This is unbelievable. So this polish, I'm a little bit on the fence with this one because I have to think a little bit about how often I would really wear this polish. It is so unique though, and this one makes me think of Doritos Cool Ranch chips. The moment I saw this one on the landing page of Polish Pickup, I knew what this inspiration was, especially called Won the Chip Lottery. It was an immediate add to wish list for me because it's perfect. This polish is perfect. Now the wearability for me. I'm really quite intrigued by this one. The fact that it's, I don't know, is it like just a shimmer base? Like it's a gold Aurora shimmer based polish. So cool. Oh no, it actually says in a clear base. This is a clear base polish. So all this happening here is shimmer. That is pretty phenomenal to me. I just assumed it was kind of a gold base, but it's not. It's the dense gold Aurora shimmer that's creating that look. That is an outstanding shimmer. And then the red and green micro glitter. I mean, it's perfect. This polish is perfect. Now, when I think critically about this polish, okay, I love it for its artistry. It's making my wish list because I think it's so artistic. It is a perfect interpretation of the inspiration. I have to think about how I'm going to wear this one. And for me, I think I could see it as kind of a summery polish. I could see that. It's got that gold, that sunshiny effect. I think that would be really something special. I'm also kind of seeing this one in my collection maybe as a holiday polish. Yeah, I really have to think about ways that I can justify wearing this one, but this one is absolutely making my wish list right now because I think this is an artistic work of art. This is, for me, ranch chips on the nails. It's a beautiful version of somebody sticking their hand in the bag and having all that seasoning on their fingers, but it's the beautiful artistic version of that. I'm going to have to think critically about its usability in my collection, its versatility, but in terms of artistry, this one would be a top pick. In terms of wearability, I really don't know. So I think for me, this one at this point is a maybe on my wish list. But wow, incredible job, Pinnacle Polish. This is the kind of artistry I love to see. This beautiful clear base polish that has this wild shimmer running through it, this one is by Pinnacle Polish, won the chip lottery. This next polish up is by Polish for Days, and this one is called Cherry Cola. The description for this one is that it is a purple-leaning burgundy cherry cola base with a strong red-orange magnetic shimmer and sparkling silver holographic flakes, inspired by cherry Coca-Cola. I have to admit, I don't know that I've ever actually had cherry Coca-Cola, and I think it would be delicious. Let me know what you think of it if you've ever had it. That's kind of hilarious. I honestly don't think I've had a cherry Coca-Cola. But what I do love about this polish is that this one is stunningly beautiful and without a doubt, another top pick of mine this month. In fact, I can be pretty sure that this one will be added to my shopping cart. The variation in the reds that I'm seeing here is breathtaking to me. Red polishes are a new love of mine. I, for a long time, shied away from red polishes because I'm always hard on my manicures. I find that I get chipping often after just like 2 or 3 days. I'm a teacher. I wash my hands a lot because I work with young kids. And I also don't own a dishwasher, so I wash my dishes by hand every day, and I tend to chip my polish like crazy on both accounts. I know, I'm so ridiculous and stubborn. I should wear rubber gloves when I wash dishes, but I just don't because I tend to always be in a rush. That's all on me. That's a me thing, whatever. But because of that, I always avoided red polish because of all things, I love the look of red polish on everybody else. But there's something about chipped red polish for me that would just, I don't know, I'd always be so like disappointed in myself. Like that's the only way I could say it. Since a few years back, I have much better ways of making sure that polish stays put. And also if I do experience chipping of a red polish, I do rapidly remove it. I do take it off really quickly, more quickly than for any other polish color, just because of that chip polished annoyance for me when it's red. I don't know, I always think of like Hollywood stars from the past and like elegance and vintage elegance and stuff like that. So red polish that's chipped for me just doesn't do it. But what I do know, I'm kind of rambling about the whole red thing. What I do know is that this one would be incredibly unique in my collection. I don't have anything like this one. Reds are growing rather rapidly in my collection, but I still don't have very many of them. And I know that this one is unique. I know that I love this one. I mean, this one is stunning in all its variation. I love this polish. This one is a top pick, and I am absolutely adding it to my shopping cart. This incredible red magnetic polish is by Polish for Days, Cherry Cola. This next polish up is by Psyche Minerals, and this one is called Sweet Then Sour. This polish is described as being a medium blue jelly loaded with blue reflective glitter and iridescent teal, blue, and purple flakes. The inspiration is blue Sour Patch Kids. There is a cap for this one of only 300. And again, this one's still appearing as available, so I'm counting my lucky stars there. I love this type of formula from Psyche Minerals. I own several of them, and I'm just going to point out here that the formula is jelly and then loaded with reflective glitter, so it is quite textured. A glitter smoother is kind of required for a polish like this one because it is highly textured. I find with just a regular top coat, it does leave texture to the nail a little bit, so if that bothers you, you would need a glitter smoother with this one. But there's also these iridescent flakes. So I own a few with this type of combination. Every single time, the polishes leave me speechless. So I've picked a swatch photo here that is not done with flash photography, just so you can see the actual polish itself. This is spectacular to me. I love this finish. And I am very aware right now that I've got two of this similar kind of shade of blue on my wish list right now, but in a way I don't even care. I love them both. I love them both equally, and they are definitely not dupes of one another, other than the fact that their base color is pretty similar. This one with the reflective glitter, like reflective glitter remains one of my favorite finishes in all of nail polish because of the sparkle. I said earlier, like the one that I wear the most is shimmers, and that's for the ease. It's beautiful. But for me, reflective glitter, it's that sparkle. Nothing else can create that type of sparkle, just reflective glitter. And it's beautiful. Like, I'm not really interested in the flash photography aspect of it ever, but in any kind of lighting effect, that sparkle is unlike anything else you get from any other component. I love this polish. This one I think is an outside top pick. I really want this one. This one with the base color, the jelly, reflective glitter, iridescent flakes. This is beautiful. This gorgeous blue with the reflective glitter and all those iridescent flakes is by Psyche Minerals, Sweet Than Sour. This final polish on my wish list, we finally made it to the end. Thanks for sticking with me. This one is by Royal Lee, and this one is called Fizzy Fruit. It says, we were inspired by the nostalgic drink Fruitopia. This is a purple-leaning fuchsia with pink to orange shifting shimmer and hollow. This is technically a gourd sibling, and there is luckily no availability cap for this one. Now at first, I actually didn't have this one on my wish list, but it was the fact that I saw that this one was in fact a Christmas gourd sibling polish. That part of it has got me adding it to my wish list. So this one is a maybe for me right now. This purple is beautiful. You can see it's shifty. It has sparkle to it. It is a lovely tone. I love colors like this. I don't really know if in terms of its color, it's really that unique in my collection, but the thing that's got me is perhaps a Christmas gourd has become such a signature polish for Royal Lee, and they have been releasing these sibling polishes to perhaps a Christmas gourd, which was the original red. That finish is out of this world outstanding. So I'm hesitating here because I don't know that I really need this color, but I kind of feel like I need that finish. I kind of want to collect all the siblings, all of them, no matter what the color, no matter whether I really need that color in my collection. That's where this gets really dangerous. So anyway, this one's a maybe at this point, but it's the fact that this one is perhaps a Christmas gourd sibling. That's what's got me here. This gorgeous, gorgeous, that's kind of funny actually, this gorgeous purple that is perhaps a Christmas gourd sibling. This one is by Royal Lee, Fizzy Fruit. So that's it for my probably record-breaking for me 20 item wish list. I have a wide range of polishes that are catching my eye this month. So many are artistically beautiful. I actually think that I'm seeing an entire rainbow of selections here, which is really quite interesting to me. There's a lot of variety, a lot of originality. I have a lot of thinking to do before I make my purchase. And I think I'm also seeing still that I'm scanning through all of them. Even a day in, I think they're all still available. That is remarkable, considering that some of these have very small availability caps. So that's it for my wish list for May 2026's Polish Pickup. As I said, the shop is already open. It opens every month on a Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. That was yesterday. So it opened on May the 1st. The shop remains open until May the 4th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'm wondering, are you planning on shopping Polish Pickup this month? Have you already made your purchase? I'd love to know all about your top picks. I'd love to know your thoughts about my picks as well. Hopefully by the time you see this, I will have already made my purchase because the shop is already open. But please feel free to add all your comments. We can continue on the conversation long after. If you enjoy wishlisting content like this, please consider giving this video a like. It indicates to me that you enjoy content like this, and in the months ahead, I'll try my best to produce wishlisting content along these lines as often as I can. As well, if you enjoy nail polish related content in general, please consider subscribing. I release nail related content as often as I can, and by subscribing, you won't miss out on any of the fun. Thank you so much for joining me this month. Happy shopping. Hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye.